The Ivy League astrologer with the August 2015 reading for Vedic Cancer. I am clearly not at home. I'm actually on vacation, and I meant to do my readings before I left, but it just didn't work out that way. So I'm doing them from the mountains, and I hope you enjoy the mountain background. I'm enjoying the mountain background. Yeah, so let's see what is up with Vedic Cancer for August 2015. Okay, so the first card out for you guys is the Ace of Swords. And then I've got the Nine of Wands looking at it very suspiciously. So I feel like there's kind of like a victory for you, but you're not sure about it, you know? You're like, oh, okay, well, things are moving forward, but maybe the way that they're moving forward is a little concerning to you. I feel like somebody's offering you something. It could be a contract, could be a relationship. Um, but it's not as much money as you want, or it's not quite the terms that you would want. And I feel like you would like a better offer, but you kind of also realize that this maybe is what you can get at this time. Um, yeah, again, it feels like there's a victory, but you're not able to see your way clear to like the real thing that you want, you know? Like you want something bigger, something with less clauses, something with less strings attached somehow. Um, Something that's less messy in some cases. But I feel like you have a sense this month that in order to get to that, yeah, in order to get to that, you have to kind of go on this harder path or this less satisfying path. And I feel like for some of you, it's something that you have wanted before that felt like it was what you wanted before, but then you've had another realization or some new influence has come in where you're like, oh, that's actually what I want, you know? And it feels very right to you and very connected. But somehow it's like the only way to get to that is to go on this other path that you're not so psyched about, or that's more beset with problems or detractors or just issues, you know. For some reason, the grass is always greener is coming up, but it's like in order to get to, in order to get past the idea of the grass is always greener and get into the real connection, the real stuff, you have to kind of walk this line, walk this path. That's a little troubling to you right now. But I feel like you have the strength to do it. And it's kind of like you just have to set your mind to doing it. And I do feel like this involves either a partnership or a love relationship that maybe you have kind of gotten over, you know, or else it feels like the timing is not right for it, but this person is presenting themselves right now anyway. And there's something to be gained from them presenting themselves now. And this may be while you're traveling also. This may be at a distance from your home. Volcanoes are coming up. And hot weather. So, I mean, it's August, it's hot in a lot of places, but yeah, I feel like this is someplace tropical. So you're being brought together for a reason, But I feel like it's kind of painful to you. It's a weird kind of push-pull. Yeah, where it's like, this is, again, it feels like there's a victory coming through with something you've kind of given up hope on, or that you're not really focused on right now, but it's like, now it's ready for you, and you kind of feel hurt going into it. But I think someone else is feeling really bad and maybe needs you to help them make amends, maybe needs you to listen to their case so that they can kind of free themselves of their guilt or their darkness. So I feel like you should listen, even if you don't go all the way back into whatever situation this is. I just feel like you're not gonna, it's just not what you had at one point hoped for. And it feels like the key is still in maintaining separation from this person. That's a big thing, for sure. The key is still in maintaining separation from this person, which doesn't mean that you can't have a moment together, but I feel like if you expect that moment to turn into something more, then you're going to be disappointed at this point in time. So the real victory for you is in kind of taking it for what it is and moving away from it on your own strength. Because your ideas have changed, I think. And I feel like that is completing a cycle for you, and like you are learning a lesson about love that you will not have to repeat because it's part of you now. And I do think it involves heartbreak, though, for you or for someone else. And I feel like for a lot of you, it may be, it could go either way, but it may be that you're trying to make somebody stay and they're leaving, or they're trying to make you stay and you're like, what I need to do for me right now is really do my own thing. And I feel like if you're saying that to someone, that is what you need to do, and it's from like life lessons learned that you're able to kind of make that move. But I do think it's going to hurt someone. I think it's really going to destroy someone's ideas of like of readiness. It's like somebody's coming to you like they're ready to start something big, start something real, and they're not really ready. And I think you know that, but I don't think they know that. So I think that's going to really bum them out, or just be a wake-up call for them. Or not even so much a wake-up call, I got the tower here, as just, it's just not how they thought it would go, and I feel like that's disappointing for them, and I feel like it makes you sad that they're disappointed, but at the same time, you need to do what you need to do. So, again, there could be, there's not a pregnancy coming up. And not so much in this reading, but it's definitely here. So there's a potential for that. Keep that in mind. But I feel like this separation, that's what it is. Okay, so this separation, which I think at least one person involved does not want, one person's really trying to tie things up and move it forward, and the other person's like, right now this is just, we're just gonna head back down the same road, and I don't want to do that. I care too much for you, or like I'm too tired, I can't, whatever. But I feel like this separation is actually going to lead to a positive renewal and get things flowing again in the future. But it's like the separation is necessary in order for things to be balanced. For some people, there is pregnancy that's possible this month, like at the same time that you're splitting up from this person. So watch that. Yeah, I'm so sorry to see this. I mean, this is sad. Yeah, I have a sad feeling, and it's coming from a masculine influence. But it's like somebody really wants you to build something with them. And it's taken a lot of strength for them to kind of make you the offer to do it, or to get it on track or whatever. And it's just not turning out the way that they want it to turn out. Like it's like they really have got their like long vision goggles on, their binoculars, those might be called by some people, Cancer, they really got like a long-term plan for this, and this is just not the time to activate it. There's more that needs to be done before you can move forward into like a really settled future together, if that's in the plan for you. But I feel like they're going to be quite disappointed by that and feel like they've been cheated somehow in this situation when really things are actually just balancing out. But I feel like they may feel like they have gotten the short end of the stick for all that they put into it. But it's kind of like a late to the table kind of feeling where it's like, yeah, you're putting work into it now, but you can't just expect like a super fast turnaround because you decided to work on it now. But it's going to take a little more than that to get the situation balanced. And I think for those people, with weird here, it's really like a fated choice. It's up to the level of spiritual development that person is at. But for those who can see it that way, who can see like, oh, okay, this is a matter of coming into balance that's going to take a longer amount of time, and I'm willing to do that work, then this relationship can turn out quite well. For those who are going to take it as like a hit on the head and just like kind of skulk off to the corner to pout, it's not going to go that well, because they're not going to keep working on it. So it really depends on the ability of this person to shift their perspective, whether this is going to work out well in the long run. There's a big choice here. If they're willing to learn from the experience and work their way up in a way, then I feel like this can come together well. So for you, Cancer, I feel like it's about, you could be on either side of this really, but I feel like it's about learning from the past and not going back down a road that you've been down before. If it doesn't feel right to reconnect with this person right now, or if something is off, then respect that feeling for yourself. So, okay, but hear them out, but respect your feelings. So, okay. So that's what I'm seeing for Vedic Cancer for August 2015, and I hope that's helpful. If you'd like to get in touch for a personal reading, my email address is theivyleagueastrologer@gmail.com. My link for scheduling is down below. All the times on my website are in Pacific Standard Time, Pacific Daylight Time, I guess. And the instructions for payment and for like next steps for what information I need from you will come in the receipt from scheduling an appointment on Schedulicity. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Okay, thanks.